Alright, let's do a Defect run. Defect's up next. Okay, choose card reward, 100 gold, transform 2 cards, or trade out for a boss relic. These two are right out. Don't trade out for a boss relic on Defect. Starting one's great. Don't transform cards before you fight Gremlin Knob. He will kill you if you get rid of your strikes. So it's one of these two, both kind of crummy. Card reward is okay if we have, like, if we're forced into a path with 4 fights before the first elite. And 100 gold is okay if there's a somewhat early shop. Like, the ideal early pathing for 100 gold is like you do 3 fights and then a question mark and then a store. So that question mark can be this serpent event and you can have a lot of opportunity to get extra gold, because having 200 gold is not really enough to go to a shop. We could do these 2 fights and then that shop. No other early shop options are super available here. Maybe this shop. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do these 3 fights and these 2 question marks and then go to this shop. It's like a little bit later in the act, so we should have like 300 gold by the time we get there. Yeah, that looks like a reasonable option. We do have to like win this early part of the act with basically no Niao benefit, right? Because the gold doesn't matter. But it is what it is. 2 strikes blocks for 6, or 2 defense blocks for 10. I do like killing a spike slime, but I also like blocking for 15. If we block for 15, we take 3. If we kill the spike slime and block for 5, we take 7. But we kill the spike slime. Yeah, I think I'll take 4 damage to kill the spike slime. Your move, Acid Slime. Your friend is dead. We have lethal. Alright, Storm is an interesting card. If you're going to do power synergy stuff, you kind of need a Storm. Go for the Eyes is okay. I'm not a huge fan of Go for the Eyes on floor 1. It's pretty good against Gremlin Knob. Not too great against most other Act 1 challenges. Who's our boss here? Our boss is Hexaghost. Hexaghost is definitely a boss you can plan on power scaling against. Get a Frost Orb or something and you should be in pretty good shape. So I think I will take a floor 1 Storm. Bit of a weird one. The floor 1 Storm makes me think maybe we actually go to this shop. Because shops are guaranteed to have a power, and Storm is quite a bit better if you have at least one other power. Because currently it does nothing. At least one of these is happening, at least this is happening. Leaves them at 8, which is a multiple of 4. And then we're either blocking for 2 and trying to take 0 in the fight, or we're going to break the other one. I think I like trying to take 0 in the fight. Well, if we're trying to take 0 in the fight, this is the line, so... Cool, we did it. Alright, we need some damage here, and a Streamline and a Barrage both do that. The Storm pick suggests that we're trying to do power scaling stuff, and if we're trying to do power scaling stuff, generally Barrage is pretty good, because you'll end up with extra orb slots and extra focus. So Barrage gets a chance to shine. However, we haven't picked any orb cards yet. I guess technically Storm is an orb card, but like, technically. But I will pick Barrage. I don't want to go to 2 shops in a row, even if they do have powers that would be useful. I think we're going to go do the fight. Alright, last easy pool fight. Nothing to do this turn, but do some damage. Develop a power. Let's see. these two cards do 16 plus 3 damage. That's 19 damage coming in next turn. Doing 3 damage guaranteed, so that's 22. So we need to do 17 damage if we want to get a guaranteed kill next turn. And we can't do that much. We're just short. We can do 16. Darn. I will take 1 damage to play a strike. We don't have guaranteed lethal, but if we draw a strike, we do get it, so we'll set that up. Call and strike. Hey, we got some strikes. Look at that. Plan for the future you want to live in. Make it happen. Heat Sinks is another power synergy card. Not crazy about taking a bunch of power synergy cards before the first elite, but I guess that's the position we're in, so let's keep it going. We might actually dodge this first elite. Pretty unusual thing to want to do, but if it's Gremlin Knob, he's not going to be very impressed by our Storm and Heat Sinks combo. I think we upgrade the Storm. The Ancient Potion doesn't do anything yet. Eventually it could combo with Bias Cog though, which is pretty important. But probably we're not getting Bias Cog until the end of Act 1. And I don't really need to hold that potion for that long. The gold is pretty important, and the barrage is super important, so let's give him the potion. Gremlin Horn. Does Gremlin Horn convince us to go fight that elite? Gremlin Horn is best against sentries in Act 1. And we are currently terrible against sentries. All of our damage comes from lightning orbs, and it's just an AoE mess. I think we're going to go to the campfire. Yep. Not a super promising start here. A lot of weird card picks. I suppose I have to take responsibility for those because I made them, but let's get that zap. We have a barrage, so it's pretty important that we play zap whenever we see it. And this upgrade helps us do that. Okay. Well, we don't want to take very much damage, so let's block as much as we can, and then I guess punch him. Let's see. This does 8, this does 16, that does 3. 8 plus 16 is 24, plus 3 is 27. 27 damage minus 55 puts him at 28. 28 is less than his breakpoint, so we can break him if we want to. We get little mini slimes at 28 though, which is not amazing. But we avoid taking 7 damage right now, which I will assume is worth it. Maybe not. Double defend seems mandatory. Strike 1 at random. Lightning orbs. Disagree. We don't have lethal on either of them. We have 14 damage. I guess we have 20 if both of these hit the right target. We'll continue targeting the low health one. And just take a truckload of damage. Just getting dumpstered on by these stupid slimes. Finally, we're out of that fight. After losing a ton of health. Cool-headed seems pretty necessary. Static Discharge is a power. But I think we need cool-headed. Need to find Frost Orb. Okay. What do you got for me? Hello World. That is probably the worst power in the game. Disappointing. We can take Frozen Eye and continue to get resources that don't actually give us any resources. They just help us plan for the future. It does leave us with almost 100 gold, so we could buy a Ball Lightning as well. Maybe we just want like Ball Lightning Dark Shackles. If we buy Ball Lightning Dark Shackles, we spend 162. So we're left with whatever, 48, which is not enough for anything, except for Hello World. You know what? I am going to buy Hello World. It's on sale. Fits into the thing. We need to buy powers. Right, we're going to go to the fire for sure, but I might as well take the extra option. Toy Ornithopter. Well, we're in kind of desperate straits, so I'll take some health, potentially. We almost bought a potion at that shop. I guess we should have. Results-oriented decision-making. Alright, we need to rest there, clearly. If we go to the Act 1 boss without ever fighting an elite, we're going to lose the run. So let's go fight this elite. Seems safer than this one. Oh my god. That doesn't seem safe. Oh boy. Dark Shackles is good. This is always happening. This is always happening. Then I guess we strike this one. Yeah, I think we need to do that. Okay, let's see where these fall. Oops, let's see where these fall. Oh wait, we could Ball Lightning and then dual cast and get 10 block. That's pretty appealing. I know, right? Electrodynamics is so important for Defect. It's kind of insane. Okay, we should be good now. Ooh, spicy. We could Heatsinks Hello World to draw a card. We could double strike him and hope that the lightning orbs both hit him. I think we'll just draw a card. And get a defend. Okay. I'm happy with enough with that. Oh, they did both hit him! Ah, we got robbed. Okay, let's see what this is. Alright. Okay. Now we just get to press end turn. That wasn't too bad. Hey, we got a potion. Ooh, Glacier. Okay, alright. Now we're cooking. Could have used this back here when I was trying to go to the shop. I guess I never gave that a chance to happen. Back here, and then I could have gone to that shop. But no, I don't think we're taking a regret. Regret's pretty bad. And we're in trouble. Alrighty, so we'll just take the money. Alright, Lagavulin is very amenable to just waiting for us to set up our stupid combos, so let's do that. If we use Heat Sinks, we wake him up, but I think we're okay with that. We wake him up with Heat Sinks, Ball Lightning Barrage. Seems fine. Ooh, Barrage with Flex Pot? If I was going to do that, I should have done it with the Ball Lightning, but that doesn't mean I can't restart and go do it. Yeah, I think I will. Alright, repeating the first turn. Cool-Headed does some damage, blocks a little bit. We could dual cast first or second, depending on... Oh yeah. If you've made a mistake in a fight, you can restart it. You can also restart a fight to like cheese it, and like get different random outcomes. But I would not recommend doing that. That encourages you to make results-oriented decisions. I only restart fights when I am not making use of information that I would have gained in the future. Okay. We're hoping to draw Hello World or Glacier, which means we have to Cool-Headed before we dual cast, because Glacier. Hey, there's Glacier. Glacier seems good here. Let's Hello World and draw a card. I'll defend once in Barrage. And hopefully we should kill him before he attacks again. That Dark Shackles has been inconvenient. Yeah. Okay. That went well. Act 1 Bottled Flame is unfortunate. Force Field seems obvious. We've got a ton of powers. So that seems great. I think we're probably skipping the Bottled Flame, unfortunately. I don't think there's any attacks that we want to keep. Strikes, definitely no. Barrage. Let's see. Barrage could be kind of good. But no. We want to be setting up powers on turn 1. We don't want to be attacking on turn 1. In the future. Really crummy set of relics. Really unfortunate to lose that one. But that's through no fault of our own. Can't be blamed for that. Hopefully we can kill one of the front two. Yes, we can. Alright, let's develop another lightning orb and block him. We are not weak, so we can just kill you. I guess if we don't attack you, we actually do the same amount of damage as if we do, but I guess your armor wears off. Kapow, force field. Second streamline, or second barrage rather. Stack would be our first defensive option. If we're going to take one barrage, we should probably take two. Which is a terrible justification for doing things. But I will do it. Okay, so we're probably smithing here. Hexaghost usually demands that you smith instead of resting, because he does more damage the more health you have. So if we're smithing something, it's... We do need capacitor. Not as much as we need defrag, but we need both. We really need creative AI. Creative AI is the one I think we're most excited about. Force field's pretty good. Cool-headed's pretty big. I think we're going to take a cool-headed upgrade. Yeah, either creative AI or echo form, I think is sort of what we're trying to build towards, which is pretty normal for a defect deck. Those are pretty common build-around targets. I wish that when you upgraded Hello World, instead of costing 0, it gave you an upgraded common card. Oh, I guess it becomes innate. Why would you want an innate version? Dark Shackle's coming up at the perfect time. It's a huge Dark Shackles. I think I prefer the Strike over the Glacier. We're going to struggle to end this fight fast enough. And Strike is a lot faster than Glacier. Okay. Do we Steam Barrier to block for 1? I think no. Alright, well, the race is on. Let's, do we want to shuffle? No, we want Barrage in the shuffle. So we're going to play Barrage and then shuffle. Maybe we want Ball Lightning in the shuffle too. But now we can't draw them. Okay, well, I guess we will play Defend then. Rebound Barrage is fine. Rebound Barrage, Defend Steam Barrier. Seems okay. We have a Claw. Okay. I think this is the Blessing Forge. We have both Barrages in hand, so we want to get both of those upgraded if we can. And I guess this Claw is coming along for the ride. Alright, feeling a little bit behind here. And we can't block. Max damage is Ball Lightning, dual cast. That leaves us with 1 fewer orbs for next turn. We're probably glaciering or cool-headed next turn, so maybe we don't care about how many orbs we have. Is it Ball Lightning or Defend for the other energy? The dual cast is happening, but it has to happen last. I think taking 18 is probably wrong. So I'll take 13. We can block with Force Field, that's nice. I guess we're gonna hologram a Claw. We're gonna like Force Field strike, hologram Claw, play Claw. And then hope that we draw the Claw again next turn. We're not gonna make it. He's gonna hit us for a bunch. Okay. Alright, well we have a Glacier. And we could even play Steam Barrier, hologram Steam Barrier. So we could have tons of block this turn. We don't have Lethal, so let's play Glacier. And I guess let's just get the maximum block, because it looks like it's barely even enough. Alright. Dual cast does some damage. Dual cast Ball Lightning is not lethal. Wait, is dual cast Ball Lightning strike lethal? 16 plus 10 is 26, plus strike, yes it is lethal. So we take 4 damage from the burn. Oh wait, no, we block it with Frost Orb? I think that's how this works. Yeah, we do. Okay. Also, the fight ends before we burn. Alright, there's Echo Form. That's one of the things we said we were building around. Electrodynamics is also a power, and is fairly helpful in Act 2. Nothing is really as helpful as Echo Form, though, right? Like, Echo Form is probably the best card in the game. I don't know, name a better card than Echo Form. I'd be surprised if I agree. We need an energy relic. These are all energy relics, so that's easy. We can't pick Busted Crown because we need to pick powers. Although less so now that we have Echo Form. Okay, so this nuclear battery, it is an energy relic at the beginning of the fight. And at the beginning of the fight is when you're trying to set up Echo Form, so that's nice. Also nice is it doesn't have a downside, and it powers up our barrages on turn 1. When I was considering the Bottled Flame, I almost took it and put a barrage in it. And I was thinking like, well, if I get like Symbiotic Virus or Nuclear Battery, then we can have 2 orbs on turn 1 at least, and maybe 3. But then I was like, but wait, against the like Spire, Spear, and Shield, I don't really want to be doing. I don't really care about the 12 damage from Barrage on turn 1. And it's like there's a lot of fights between now and Act 4, but picking Bottled Flame and then getting negative value out of it later feels bad. So anyway, Nuclear Battery is nice because it's got that upside. It's also really good with Compile Driver, although we don't have a Compile Driver. So I think it's probably Cursed Key. Cursed Key is really good. We took Cursed Key in the last run. It's typically good. I have absolutely tried Monster Train. I am on Covenant 10, I think. Working my way up. I like it quite a bit. I have some pretty significant criticisms. I'm not. I've seen a lot of hype, but for me, it's not as good a game as Slay the Spire is. Although I have some criticism for Slay the Spire too. It would be unusual for me to not have them. But yeah, I like it quite a bit. It's for some reason, okay. Whenever I read it, people are like, "It's a combination of Slay the Spire and Hearthstone," and I'm like, "That's not true. It's a combination of Slay the Spire and a tower defense game. Why is nobody calling this a tower defense game? It's clearly a tower defense game." But whatever. Nobody calls it a tower defense game. It's a deck building tower defense game. It's fun. I like it. Okay. So we're probably going through these 3 question marks because we want to find like bites or apparitions or the book or, you know, ancient writing, one of those good things. The 2 fights is our easy pool for Act 2, so that's nice before the first elite. I don't feel very prepared for Act 2 elites. Maybe I was supposed to take the Electrodynamics instead of the Echo form because Electrodynamics is really good at Act 2 elites. Or at least Slavers and Gremlin Leader. Yeah, I definitely am still enjoying Monster Train. I have some more stuff to unlock still, although it's just like the last couple of cards. But yeah, I think it's a great game. Another option to consider is I could go to this early shop. We get an extra campfire before the elite if we do that. But we only get 1 elite in the act unless we want to try and fight the mega elite. I think we need to catch up a little bit. If we go this way, we can get 3 elites in the act. The second one is optional, so is the third one. Technically, we could go avoid it. So it seems safe enough. Let's go for it. Alright, Avocado is not entertained by our storm. I guess we're playing these cards at least. I think we're playing the Skill Potion as well. We have 16 incoming damage, so presumably there's some use for it here. I wish I could have both Aggregate and Reinforce Body, but I guess I'll take just Reinforce Body. Alright. Zap Double Barrage is nice. This is a fight where we can definitely stun the Shelled Parasite, remove all his plated armor. Because of the barrages and all the multi-attacking we're doing. Probably playing Hologram and I guess not Defend. Defend is only blocking for 3 here. If we Ball Lightning first, we get more plated armor because the Ball Lightning takes away all the regular armor. So then I guess we're not playing Hologram because there's no 0-cost stuff to get back. We could get back a Zap, I suppose, but I'd rather defend. Go for the Eyes is great here. And let's play Echo Form. He's blocked for about the same amount. Defend and Cool-Headed. Cool-Headed could draw some stuff that I don't want to draw, though. Could draw Dark Shackles, which would be great. But if it draws Force Field, I'm sad. If it draws Heat Sinks, I'm sad. So I think I'd prefer not to be sad. Okay, so Force Field's doing most of the blocking here. I guess Heat Sinks is going to draw a card, so let's see what it is. Could be Glacier. Oh, right, Echo Form. Duh. It is Glacier. At least one of them was. So let's play Glacier and Force Field block out, and then Ball Lightning for a little bit more damage. Oh wait, he's dead. Great. Second copy of Storm. Is that good or bad? It's one of the two. It's can't be in the middle. It's either really good or really bad. Do we want a second Storm? I've never played a deck with two Storms in it. So this is a bit of a thinker for me. What is Ratropolis? I think maybe I haven't done my due diligence. I think I heard somebody mention that before and did not look it up. I definitely should have bottled that Barrage. I'm really regretting that now. Because if I got two Storms and an upgraded Hello World, I would have 3 powers guaranteed in my starting hand. And a Barrage. So I'd be able to, like, generate a whole bunch of... orbs and then pay them off with Barrage. Maybe we just take a leap, though. Seems like we're pretty bad at blocking. We never found any focus for our Glacier or Cool-Headed. Or haven't yet, I suppose. No, we're all in on doing Storm stuff. Let's try it. We really badly need Relics, and Rive is not that bad. We have a pretty consistent turn 1 with the 2 Storms. We kind of know what we're doing. So having an innate bad thing is not that big of a deal. I need that Relic so bad. Unceasing Top. Totally useless. Alright, what do we got? You want me to give you my... No. Good God. Take the Unceasing Top. Oh my God. Man, I'm getting completely trolled by this run. This run is getting to me. Alright, let's draw some cards, see what they are. They are not useful. Alright, Heat Sinks Hello World, develops 4 lightning orbs and draws a card. We're going off. Dark Shackles could get an artifact charge. I don't think it's got any higher calling in life, unfortunately. We're just playing the rest of the cards. Hey, look, we've triggered Unceasing Top. Do we have lethal? Max damage is Glacier, dual cast, Strike. That evokes 4 orbs for 24 damage. Yes, it is lethal. Sorry, Echo Form, not today. Another Cool-Headed would be really nice. This one's upgraded. Okay. Snake Plant, do you have a defrag that I could use? I think I'm going to use Distilled Chaos here. If it gets Echo Form, that's great. If it plays a power, I get Lightning Orbs. Let's see what you got. Okay. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Nothing to complain about. If we played Cool-Headed, we could draw Echo Form, and then we would be sad. But we could draw like Heat Sinks or Hello World, and then we would be happy. Or Zap or Barrage. Yeah, there's a ton of Slay the Spire copies, and I have not found any of them to be particularly good. I guess I'll draw cards anyway. Alright, that's a good outcome. There's the heat sinks. Yeah. Did that strike do negative damage? I think that strike did negative damage. Because it did 3 damage, but it gave him 4 armor. And then the lightning orbs would have done the 3 damage anyway, but without giving him the armor. So I shouldn't play that strike. This might be lethal. It's probably not. Let's Hello World to draw a card. Let's Echo Form. This does 9 damage, but gives him a bunch of armor. If we use the Blessing of the Forge, it's probably lethal. Okay, so it does 9 damage, and then he gets 3 plus 4 plus 5 armor. 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. So then we do 9 damage again. Leaves him with 3 extra armor. So we end up doing 15 damage. We're off lethal by 1. Cool. Yeah, alright, let's look at the Forge then. Is it second or third barrage? Be a third? Yeah, I'm not taking a third one, I don't think. We take a second one, but I already did that. I'm not too excited about Cold Snap. Unbuzzbee, are you asking me about my current game of choice? Because it's pretty obviously Slay the Spire. I play a lot of Slay the Spire. Playing Monster Train mostly for research at this point, just see what they ended up with, see if they made any interesting decisions on their Covenant choices, and you know, becoming familiar with the game. It's important to have literacy. Oh, that's fine too. I can still answer. But yeah, I still like Slay the Spire quite a bit. I still play quite a bit of Hearthstone as well. Yeah. Kanabi's clearly unaware because he just joined the stream. I'm a game developer by trade, so I used to work for Blizzard on Hearthstone. And the reason I'm running this stream is to build a community around my game development efforts. The reason I am streaming Slay the Spire is because I think that people who would like Slay the Spire would like the kind of game that I'm making. Although it's probably similar to Slay the Spire, and I would say it's less similar than Monster Train is to Slay the Spire. So not super similar, but it's a turn-based strategy. So that's the basic approach. Once it gets later on, I will start streaming myself developing and/or playing it. But right now, it's not much to look at. Right now, this Defect is not much to look at. He is gonna die. Alright, so this is 8, this is 6, that's 14 together. We can block for 10 with that. We are going to get Fat Gremlin. But maybe we can survive that somehow. Echo Form? No. Unity. Unity's the engine. Hey, there's Echo Form. Yeah, I like Unity quite a bit. It's gotten a little bit weird in the last couple of years as they start adding more like ECS stuff. I feel like they're losing focus a little bit on like the sort of ease of usability that makes the that has made the engine the best in the industry. But you know, I have a lot of experience with it, and I like C# quite a bit. But you know, my last job was for Ectra, working on Torchlight 3. It's called Torchlight Frontiers for most of the time I was working on it, but and that game is in Unreal, so I'm certainly familiar with that as well. Do we Glacier just to evoke orbs here? You like Torchlight, huh? Yeah, Torchlight's great. I think we Ball Lightning this guy. And then do not Glacier. Yeah, a lot of the people who work on the Torchlight 3 team worked on Torchlight 2, and even going back to the original Diablo, sort of the lineage. Max Schaefer's on that team, so. Kind of a trick you can do there is if the second card from Echo Form can't be played because the target becomes invalid, you get to keep the Echo Form stack. So we got to draw a card there while keeping the Echo Form in case we wanted to Echo Form the new card that we drew. Yeah, Diablo 2 is the game that made me want to be a game developer. So it's pretty exciting to be working with people who made that and Diablo 1. Okay, so we want to evoke some orbs, but we don't really want to evoke frost orbs. So we're gonna dual cast first. Oh crap, I keep forgetting about the Echo Form. How do I keep forgetting about Echo Form? This is like an Echo Form deck. It's like what this deck is doing. I haven't played Grim Dawn. I'm getting a little bit itchy. I think that maybe he's going to be attacking next turn, so I'm going to Cool-Headed just to get a Frost Orb. He is not attacking. Well, okay then. Let's see, double Barrage or double Ball Lightning? I guess a double Compile Driver is pretty good too. Yeah, let's start with double Compile Driver. Let's Ball Lightning and... oh, I was going to strike him, but I guess I can't. Should be able to win with an end turn next turn. Oh wait, that's not true. He has minions. Okay. Alright, we got through it. I did not think that was going to happen. I thought we were going to die there. Path of Exile is great. I think Path of Exile's got some really, really innovative, like, skill combination-y stuff. I think they're walking a really good line between, like, there's sort of infinite depth, but it's presented in a way that's not too intimidating. I have an opinion on why you might have bounced off PoE, Unbuzzed B. PoE has very bad, like, game feel, right? It's just, it's not, there's nothing, like, crunchy about it. The skills all feel kind of, like, watered down. None of them are, like, feel like this is a unique skill, right? Because they're all just, like, they all feel like we made a bunch of systems, we built a spreadsheet out of, like, what skills can be created with these systems, and we checked all the boxes, right? It's like, there's a skill that does everything, which is cool, because then you can have your character do anything, but it prevents them from, like, making really cool visual effects that are associated with, like, an individual skill, right? Because they want their skill system to be able to do everything. So a lot of people have that experience where they play Path of Exile and then they're like, it's not for me. Also, their, like, onboarding process is awful. So I had an experience where I played Path of Exile several years ago, and then I, like, came back to it, and it was like I get caught in a, like, password recovery loop. And yeah. The meme about Path of Exile is the skill tree is absolutely bonkers, and that's true. But that skill tree that like people share the screenshot of, and they're like, look at how ridiculous this thing is. That's actually the passive skill tree. So those aren't, like, the things that your character is going to do. Those are, like, little minor buffs, and mostly those things don't actually matter too much. Mostly the way that skills end up mattering in Path of Exile is in the gems that you put into your weapons. So you're, like, finding gems that have skills associated with them, socketing them into your weapons, and then, like, when they're connected to other skills, then they like modify each other, and then you're like you can level up the skill gems as well. That's like the primary progression vector in the game. Although there is the gigantic passive tree, which is basically just like a mission statement of like, look at all the cool shit you could possibly do, right? The configuration space is infinite. It's not really something I'm incorporating. So my thought right now is that the skills themselves are going to be procedurally generated. So like you'll be controlling a person, and that person will like level up, and it'll be like, okay, level up. You've got this like whatever. If you're like a berserker, right? It's like you've got this big old axe smash attack. You could upgrade it to be like an attack that smashes in front of you and behind you, or you could upgrade it to be like an attack that you can leap and then attack, right? So the big refactor that I did recently allows for the skills to be procedurally generated, and is the reason why the game's currently mostly unplayable. I think we have to take a leap now, right? We can't keep pretending we're going to find a defrag and a block with frost orbs. We have a force field, that's nice, but we need more block than that, so we're going to take a leap. Alright. Let's rest, I think. Rest and take another elite, or rest and take this elite? Can we rest and take both? Is that a possibility? I think it is a possibility. We didn't lose very much health in that fight. And we have some sustain now that we have a white beast statue. Not a ton, but some. I guess Gremlin Leader is probably the easiest fight for this deck. So maybe I shouldn't have an easy time with Gremlin Leader and then be like, Act 2 elites are easy. and go fight them, because they'll probably kill me. But I think I will fight this one. Alright, Snecko. A lot of people complain about Writhing Mass, and Writhing Mass is certainly very powerful, but I feel like Writhing Mass is about, like, on track for how strong a hard pool Act 3 fight should be. I always feel like Snecko can just, like, kill you out of nowhere. You're just, like, wandering through Act 2, and it's like, oh no, I lost 40 health to Snecko. I feel like Snecko's way more out of line with the surrounding content. Cool-Headed could draw me some block. Need a block for 18. It also blocks itself a little bit. There we go. This is free. Hello World, the commons that this adds to your deck do not have their costs randomized, so adding a Hello World makes you a little bit more consistent. It also draws a card. It could draw an Echo Form, and that Echo Form might not have its cost set to 0, which would be sad, but I think I'll run that risk. We get Glacier. Okay. You're the boss. Alright, we've got Leap. We do not have Echo Form up yet, so this is not getting dual casted. Barrage is a bunch of damage, strikes some damage, and we're blocked out. Here comes the Snecko. He has lost patience with us and decided to attack us for 27. Thought we were doing pretty well, but we're not ready for that. Cool-Headed Force Field's probably our max block. Blocks for 5 plus 7, or 5 plus 2 is 7. Or wait, 5 plus 4 is 9. And then this blocks for 12, so we'll end up blocking for 21 and taking 6. And we lose Echo Form. I think we're doing that unless we have lethal somehow, which we definitely don't. I guess we'll draw the cards and then decide. Dark Shackles. Blocks for 3 less than Force Field, and allows us to play Ball Lightning, which blocks for 3 extra. So it actually blocks for the same amount, and we get extra damage. Okay. Okay, so we're probably recursioning a lightning orb. That's presuming we have lethal. So that's 8 plus 6 at the end of the turn, plus 5 plus 3. So 8 plus 6 is 14, plus the 5 is 19, plus the 3 at the end of the turn is lethal. Alright. Charge battery is a lot better than leap. I wish that I knew I was getting a charge battery plus before I took the leap plus. I don't know if I can skip a hello world, which is a weird statement to have come out of my mouth. But there it is. We kind of need cards like hello world, because we're doing a bunch of power synergy stuff. Hello world is helping us like block and do stuff after the powers have gone off. Who's our boss? Collector. I don't think Hello World is giving us enough power to overcome Collector, but it does give us some power. I don't know. Second Hello World is that's a lot of saying hello to the world. Let's take this charge battery. This is a large chest, and we have to take at least one of these to get the blue key. So let's take one now. Doubt is... it's bad. It's not, like, amazingly bad. It's bad. We have shop here, so we can get rid of that. I think we need the pantograph. So we're going to have to open another chest later. That's okay. Storm Glacier. Seems okay. Actually, I guess it's Glacier Storm with the frost orbs to the front. Dark Shackles is amazing right here and in the fight. Unfortunately, we are going to get weakened, and we're going very slow. Hello World is nice. And Leap Defend finishes out blocking. Now we are shields down for frost orbs. We have a lot of draw in hand. Sweeping Beam, Heat Sinks. Oh wait, Heat Sinks doesn't draw anything. Cool Headed does. Let's try and draw Echo Form. Nope, that's not Echo Form. Okay, so now we don't want to draw anymore, because if we draw Echo Form, we lose. So let's play this and this. And this blocks a little bit, whereas this does more damage. This appears to be our last turn on Earth, so I'll drink a potion. Yep. Alright, well, good run. That's Book of Stabbing. What can you do? Pretty weak Act 1. I'm not sure exactly how that happened. I think we like had a plan for our route, and then we like took two what is that card called? We took 2 copies of Storm, and then we were like, I guess we can't fight elites. Oh, we took a Storm and a Heat Sinks. And it was like, that's not good enough to kill Gremlin Knob, so I dodged the first elite, and then the second elite tried to give us Bottled Lightning, and we didn't want that, so we ended up getting only 2 relics in Act 1, both of them one from a chest, one from an event, and it was all downhill from there. We were not ready for Act 2. And that happens sometimes. Ascension 20 is hard.